Good evening. Welcome to the Occidental Center for the Arts' second edition of our shelter-in-place virtual variety show, Keeping the Arts in Our Hearts. Once again, we have an amazing lineup of musicians and performers presenting a diverse offering of performances and representing music from around the globe. Our center prides itself on diversity and inclusion, and we are very grateful to all of the performers who've contributed their talents to support us during this challenging time. If you missed the first variety show, you can still access it on our YouTube channel. Just look for Arts in Our Hearts under the Videos tab. We hope to reopen our center in the next few weeks. We're currently working on organizing a gallery exhibit and plan to hold performances in our amphitheater where we can utilize appropriate social distancing and safety precautions. We're very much looking forward to bringing live performances back to the community. If you're not already receiving our emails, you can sign up for those on our website, as well as learn more about us or make a donation. OccidentalCenterForTheArts.org. We have a very packed show for you tonight with nearly 30 performances, so let's get right to it. Our first performer is amazingly talented and brings us some wonderful energy and enthusiasm with her first performance. Here is the incomparable Miss Barbara Higbie. Take it away, Barbara.
Hi everyone at the Occidental Center for the Arts Gala. This is Barbara Higbie, and this is one blues by Eric Bibb that I think is appropriate for these times. It's called Don't Let Nobody Drag Your Spirit Down. There's a backup part for you guys too. It's Let Nobody Drag Your Spirit Down. You might slip, you might slide, you might stumble and fall by the wayside. But don't you ever let nobody drag your spirit down. You might be walking up to heaven, don't let nobody turn you around. Walk with the rich, walk with the poor. Learn from each other, that's what life is for. Don't you ever let nobody drag your spirit, let nobody drag your spirit down. Walking up to heaven, don't let nobody turn you around.
I'm pleased to welcome to our virtual stage award-winning singer-songwriter Claudia Russell and her husband Bruce Kaplan. Veteran touring performers of many folk festivals and NPR radio shows, they offer a unique and whimsical blending of traditional and contemporary styles, featuring Claudia's expressive voice and evocative songs. Their recent CD hit is titled All Our Luck is Changing. Let's hope so.
Hi, OCA. We sure miss you and look forward to seeing you again in the not too distant future, we hope. And we've enjoyed playing at Occidental Center for the Arts, and just even coming out to Occidental has been so much fun in our life. And the song we're going to do tonight is for you is called So You'll Believe. It's about good things coming around again, and I know that we will all return and play together and make art and music, theater, dance together soon.
Cedars, and I'm a true believer in Trackers ponds and lonely evening stars, in ants at work as hard as horses, moving with tremendous forces, and bats that hurl so unafraid through space. The winter storm that's in your heart won't blow us very far apart. The spring is always waiting up ahead. If the snow gets too deep to dig out from your long sad sleep, I will light the candle in your dark, so you'll believe. In trees that shelter us with grace and love that looks past our mistakes, and how that tortoise sometimes wins the race. And like the rings inside a tree, the years they circle you and me, as two old friends grow slowly towards the sun. The winter storm that's in your heart won't blow us very far apart. The spring is always waiting, it's waiting up ahead. If the snow gets too deep to dig out from your long sad sleep, I will light the candle in your dark, so you'll believe.
Hi, my name is Sue McMurtry. I'm a volunteer with Occidental Center for the Arts, mainly in the gallery. I'm a member of the gallery committee, and I'm here to introduce to you Emily Lois. Emily is a singer-songwriter and joined the band Heartwood Crossing in the year 2018. She's here to perform one of her original songs for us. Thank you for your support of Occidental Center for the Arts. And here's Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily Lois, and I'm going to sing a song called Long Road Home for this long road that we're all on, sending it out to the Occidental Center for the Arts for their June fundraiser and video compilation. So, here we go. County is where I was born, between Sunbeam and Robinson Bar, next to a river and a home filled by love, our ceiling lit by nighttime stars. The sawtooth mountains reach to the sky with peaks sharper than knives, guarding the skyline, protecting us all from life on the other side. Now I'm called to a town that once was my home by someone lost, someone loved long ago. I'm traveling 2 lanes through Idaho to say goodbye one more time on this long road home I now call mine. Water and clear on Fish Hook Creek, picking crawdads when I was a child, skipping stones, wishing for better days as the logging trucks rolled on by. One day a man came to the door offering money for taxes not paid. You were logging and I was working as somebody else's maid. So we sold the house and we sold the land to man promising gold, filling empty pockets with a lifetime bought and a lifetime sold. Now I'm called to a town that once was my home by someone lost, someone loved long ago, and I'm traveling 2 lanes through Idaho to say goodbye one more time on this long road home I now call mine. For decades later, all that is left is a pile of mortar and stone, next to a river flowing so fast in this place I once called home. Loved you then, I still love you now, even though you can't remember my name. If I'd stayed behind when you changed your mind or just kept walking away. Now I'm called to a town that once was my home by someone lost, someone loved long ago. I'm traveling 2 lanes through Idaho, saying goodbye one last time on this long road home I now call mine. On this long road home I now call mine. Stay safe out there.
Hi, my name is Suze, and I am honored to be the chair of OCA's Literary Committee. For more than 10 years, we've supported and promoted local writers, both prose and poetry, by hosting book launches and literary discussions throughout the year. We'd like to make each event an occasion to celebrate, so often with the accompaniment of music, slideshows, and sometimes some artwork. But sometimes the author will dress in costume to liven things up even more. Pat Fanning, who's launched 3 times in costume, take a bow. I have next to me an impressive leaning tower of books whose authors and poets have read to us throughout the years here at OCA. But this is just a partial representation of writers who've launched here. We are honored to have been a home to them and a launching pad for their work. We've chosen poetry tonight over prose because it speaks volumes in a very short amount of time. Poetry manages quite simply to express the inexpressible. It holds a mirror to ourselves and the world on truth, grief, hope, solace, unexpected joy, and sometimes even humor, inviting us to laugh at ourselves. Through the heart of poetry, our visible and invisible worlds are made aware of each other. Without it, where would we be? We need poetry and all the arts right now more than ever to ground us, to breathe, to find a way forward. We have 5 poets this evening who will be sprinkled throughout the show. All of them have appeared more than once on our stage over these many years. It is now my distinct honor to introduce our first poet of the evening, Phyllis Meshulam, who is the new Poet Laureate of Sonoma County. She's taught with California poets in the schools for over 20 years, was our county's area coordinator for 9 of those years, and coordinator for the county's Poetry Out Loud program for 13. She was editor-in-chief for Poetry Crossing, a lesson plan book for Cal Poet's 50th anniversary. She has 5 collections of poems, most recently Land of My Father's War, which won an Artist Embassy International Prize in 2019. Phyllis.
I'm so grateful to the Occidental Center for the Arts for giving us an opportunity to interact artistically even now. My first poem is inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement. The story, the day's story, the last day's story, the story of the country from the beginning, a story of pilgrims in Mayflowers seeking religious freedom and coming to a new to them land and stealing someone else's land and stories and proclaiming this story as self-evident. All men are created equal. What could be clearer? And what's more, going to an old land and stealing bodies and disappearing their stories, families, languages, bringing them to the new land where the supremacy of Enlightenment ideals were tarnished by enlightenment. And so that day's story becomes the next day's story and on until today's story of a Black man who wanted to touch the world, known as a gentle giant, school basketball, football star, stuck in a poor hood with drugs until church work took him to the Twins, then possibly passing a counterfeit 20 for cigarettes and being forced out of his car, seated on the sidewalk, handcuffed with the help of 3 more police, laid out, face against asphalt, kneed in the neck until dead. The real counterfeit, the story that most in this country behave as though all men, read people for men, are created equal, oft repeating with liberty and justice for all. When stolen peoples and peoples whose lands were stolen have a story of having a neck too often mixed up with a knee, a noose, a hold, or a foot. Now I would like to share an ode to the students I worked with this year. Songs from school. The sign on my school says closed. The soccer field's silent, but the parking lot is filled with teachers and volunteers, faces covered with bandanas. They're distributing food, need in any age, passing out computers, this age need. I was graced to hear flocks of words fly through classrooms. Some sang brown in a white world. Girl in a boy world sang some. A song of skinny. Many sang shame. Songs of loss and deportation. Celebration songs too. So many songs in the air at this moment. May they find their words in this moment up in the air. And now on a lighter note, I'm with Stinky, the t-shirt read. My mother was appalled. Why would one put such a thing upon a child? I was older than a child when an impromptu palm reader told me my intuition line did not exist. Intuition, indecision, always was good at the latter, bad at the former. In these, fill in your own hyperbolic adjective times, when the family of the familiar is estranged, I'm cultivating a new companion, instinct. I call her Stinky. I ask, what say you, Stinky? Shall we or no? She nods, shakes, or nudges. I'm with her.
Everybody, it's me, Linda, the wine diva of the Occidental Center for the Arts, where you'll find me at the concessions counter. Welcome back to our original viewers, and to those who are joining us for the first time, we're glad you're here. We are all in for a very wonderful evening of excellent music. During the performances tonight, at any time, you can make a donation to the Occidental Center for the Arts and help us maintain our quality programming of live music, art exhibits, art classes, book launches, and the wonderful, fabulous, and crazy Fool's Day Parade. I've been a volunteer with the Occidental Center for the Arts for over 8 years and have come to appreciate it as a great local center offering quality performances and an intimate setting for people to enjoy them. One of our performers is Nina Gerber. Nina is a guitar master who soulfully plays blues, rock, country, bluegrass, you name it, Nina can play it. Nina is a local woman calling Sebastopol her hometown, but we like to claim her as one of our own here in Occidental. So without further delay, let's hear from Nina Gerber. Nina, cheers.
All right, we've got the camera sitting up on the water dispenser. We've got a sweet potato holding everything in place. We're ready to rock and roll. Right, Maggie? Hi, everybody. I want to thank the Occidental Center for the Arts for including me in tonight's virtual concert. I look forward to getting back out there sometime in person when the time is right. It's a beautiful venue and an even more beautiful community. So until then, we're virtually here together. Here's a virtual song to soothe our virtual souls. Thank you, folks. Be safe.
Hi, I'm Beth Anderson, a member of the OCA Gallery Committee. The Black Brothers Band has delighted me and our audiences with their lively and entertaining musical performances for many years. This is the second time that they have performed for us for the OCA Virtual Variety Show. And I know you will really enjoy them. And here they are, the Black Brothers Band.
Hi, this is Michael Black here of the Black Brothers. My brother Shay and I would like to welcome you to this sort of second edition of Keep the Arts in Our Hearts, brought to you by Occidental Center of the Arts. And certainly in these troubled times, what better way to lift your heart and to listen and watch some of the arts and music that's coming your way in this. The Occidental Center for the Arts has been a sort of a second home for us. We've been performing there for numerous years and always look forward to it. In fact, I think we were the last artists to perform there this year. And it's a special place. The people that bring it to you, the volunteers, the people who work there, are really involved in a labor of love. And we'd like to support it, and we are hoping that you will support in any way possible that you can. And so we're going to bring you a song written by our incredibly talented piano keyboard player called Eamon Flynn, also from Dublin. And he wrote this song called Black Coddle. Now, for those of you who are the uninitiated about the cuisine of Dublin, coddle is a sort of a working class Dublin dish that we grew up with. And it's basically a sort of a potpourri of Irish bacon, sausage, potatoes, onion, a few herbs, and you throw it into a pot and you boil it. And it certainly is not very appetizing looking when you see the end of it, but boy did we love it, and it was delicious. And in the older days, they would make this coddle on an open fire in a pot. And towards the end, the soot would come down from the chimney and coat the coddle with this black crust, which again may not have been too appetizing. So that's where the name of the song comes from. But it is a bit deeper than that. It's more than food. It tells us a little bit about the colonization of Ireland by the British, and the street name changes that have come about through the uprising of 1916, when a lot of people who are just general folks from Dublin got involved in the uprising, as we call it. And then it saunters through various epochs of Dublin life, from the collapse of the economy and the bailout of the bankers, and then finally ends with sort of the whole issue of homelessness in Ireland, which is as prevalent here as it is in Ireland. And so we thought we'd bring it to you, and we hope you enjoy it. And again, thanks for your support for the Occidental Center of the Arts, and please do so in any way you can. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll see you next year. Bye for now. It's 4 in the morning and I'm still awake. The city is sleeping, it's coiled like a snake. Our Lady of Dublin looks down on us all. Horatio Nelson's world is starting to fall. It's starting to fall. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. If God doesn't get you, the devil must. The black soot that gathers and makes a crust on the coddle that sits on the fire. Tend to a room in a tenement flat, the white lady's burnt face and the scurry of rats. Oh, black coddles in my soul. My mind goes walking down dark streets whose names have all changed. Sackful to O'Connell, called Brewer from Greg Lane, where some fought for freedom, some gave up their life. There were poets and teachers, shopkeepers, husbands and wives. Oh, why did they die? Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. If God doesn't get you, the devil must. The black soot that gathers and makes a crust on the coddle that sits by a fire. Leaving in thousands on boats and on planes, the city that bore you now turns you away. Oh, black coddles in my soul. When I open my eyes, it's there in the face of the pale sun that's trying to rise, and the freedom they died for, that they cherished and prayed. To the priests and the bankers we gave it away, but we'll win it someday. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. If God doesn't get you, the devil must. The
the black soot that gathers and makes a crust on the cotton that sits on the fire. Someday we'll take care of the ones on the street, shelterings in doorways and trying to sleep. Oh, black cuddles in my soul. Oh, black cuddles in my soul.
Steve Fowler is a well-known and respected Sonoma County volunteer, gardener, peace activist, druid, artist, actor, poet, protector of the commons, and community collaborator. 15-year member of our board of directors, formerly the president, OCA events co-coordinator, and just plain well-loved person in our community. Steve's going to read 2 poems from his collection, 50-cent poems, one poem at a time, which he presented to us in 2017.
Here's one of my 50-cent poems. Probably worth a little more now because of inflation, because I auditioned it 3 years ago. But it's called Uncle Sam is Sick, and it's been recently revised. Good old Uncle Sam is sick. Yeah, heart, lungs, arteries, and you know he is an addict. Gotta have his luxuries. Borrows money from his enemies, which never reaches his extremities. Uncle Sam is sick. You all know the malady. An addict makes his family pay. Pimping Lady Liberty right out in the light of day, keeps his bank account full by charging his kids to go to school? Uncle Sam is sick. Sam has always been a bully, stealing land from other folks, but now his greed has blossomed fully. He's cracking lots of nasty jokes. Sick is good, he says with glee. Helps to grow the GDP. Uncle Sam is sick. Slavery gave him his start. Black folks laboring for zero. Now he's acting as if he had no heart. As if he thinks he's the Emperor Nero. Hoping you'll forget his crime. Blaming the victim most of the time. Uncle Sam is sick. The chickens have come home to roost, and as the body politic sickens, Sam says stocks just need a boost, while the chicken manure thickens. The stink that rises is demeaning. Our hen house needs a thorough cleaning. Uncle Sam is sick. Not-for-profits are getting bigger to treat the symptoms he reveals, but 'cause his finger's on the trigger, he thinks no one can stop his deals. Hey, before he runs his final scam, we got a 12-step Uncle Sam. And here's a little poem on a lighter note, dedicated to Michael Pollan, who wrote a wonderful book called The Botany of Desire. It's called The King of Weeds. Here's to you, O King of Weeds, cannabis old friend, to all you have done for our people. When we ask that you stand tall in watered fields. You gave us cloth and rope and food, paper, oil, bird feed. You seemed domesticated to the human good. But in your heart you're still a weed who loves to ramble over prairie, join the audience at roadsides, sometimes in groves or solitary. Like your sister, who wastes no time on sinew, but builds a flower spike all soaked in resin to relieve our pain. You can't be tamed. Try as we like. The slightly wicked servant is your role, who can outfox his master, man, but knows it's best to be of use, and gives him gifts as monarchs can, while furthering the royal plan.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Occidental Center for the Arts, second virtual variety show. Our first show was so successful and the performers had so much fun, we decided to offer you another exciting evening of local and international talent. My theater family and I, all of us volunteers, hope that someday soon we can all be together within the theater. Since these two variety shows were both free, I encourage you to donate tonight or in the future to the Occidental Center for the Arts, especially during these tough times for live theaters. Now it's my extreme pleasure to introduce the next performers. Dirty Cello is a San Francisco-based band. Anyone who thinks cello is only a classical instrument will be greatly surprised. This is not what you would expect from a typical yo-yo ma. Led by a vivacious cellist, Rebecca Roman, Dirty Cello is cello like you've never heard before. From down-home blues with a wailing cello to stompin' bluegrass, Dirty Cello gets your heart thumping and your toes tapping. With no further ado, please welcome Dirty Cello.
Hi, this is Rebecca from the band Dirty Cello, and we're happy to play for the Occidental Center for the Arts tonight. So we have a song that is off our latest DVD, and it's called Don't Call Me Honey. And if you'd like to buy our DVD, go to dirtycello.com or just get on our mailing list at dirtycello.com because we have some live shows coming up.
Okay, so the next one is one that I wrote. For those of you who don't know, Jason and I have been married for about 5 years now. And 5 years ago, we bought our first house together. Now, we had never bought a house, so we didn't realize how difficult it was and how much paperwork there was. So I had to have a lot of conversations with my loan agent, and they, for the most part, went really well. But then after a while, I would ask him a question, he would answer it, and he'd call me sweetie every single time. Now, I should have called him on it, but instead, I wrote this song, and it's called Don't Call Me Honey. Don't call me honey, don't call me baby, don't call me sweetie, I ain't your lady. Don't call me girl, don't call me hun. Don't call me anything, you ain't the one. You're twice as old, but I'm twice as smart. You wanna go out, but you're just an old fart. I got something to offer you wouldn't expect. It's the 21st century and I'll take your respect. Don't give me a hug or pat me on the back. I ain't some kid, don't treat me like that. I'm old enough to know that you're too old for me. I'm young enough to know you ain't worth a penny. Just because I'm cute doesn't mean I'm weak. I'll give you the boot, better watch the way you speak. Treat me good or I'll treat you bad. Give me my proper, so you make me mad.
for walking, so I'll take a pass. Don't try to look down, your nose at me. I'll step on you, just wait and see. Your eyes follow me like a dinner plate, waiting for me to be your little bait. You will like to hear my news for you. Even if you caught me, you wouldn't know what to do. Knows what I'm talking about, ladies. Don't call me honey, don't call me baby, don't call me sweetie, I ain't your lady. Don't call me girl, don't call me hun, don't call me anything, you ain't the one. You're twice as old, twice as smart. You wanna go out, but you're just an old fart. I got something to offer. You want it is fair. It's the 21st century and I'll take your respect.
Hello again. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our next performer, who is joining us again from across the pond to share his talents with our audience. He's performed at OCA many times, and we look forward to having him back on our stage in the future. Sharing his special style of progressive blues, here he is, Claude Bourbon.
Hello everybody, this is Claude Bourbon calling from northwest of England, near Penrith. Hope you're all well, safe and sound, and hope to see you again someday soon in Occidental. And we've just rebooked a gig at the Art Center in Occidental on the Saturday 21st of May 2022. So I hope I'll see you there, and hope you like the little video I'm putting right after these. Cheers, bye bye, take care.
Standing at the crossroads. There are many roads to take. I'm standing here, so silent. Fear of a mistake. Some path leads to paradise. Some path leads to pain. Some path leads to freedom.
same. I traveled many roads, and not all of them were good. The foolish ones thought more than me, and the wise ones ever could. Some path leads to sacrifice, some path leads to shame, some path leads to freedom, but they all look the same. There were roads I never traveled, there were turns that I did not take, there were mysteries I left unraveled, but leaving you was my only mistake. Leaving you was my mistake. Some path leads to paradise, some path leads to pain, some path leads to freedom, but they all look the same. There were roads I never traveled, there were turns did not take, there were mysteries I left unraveled, but leaving you was my only mistake. Leaving you was my mistake.
Marylu Downing says what she likes most about poetry is getting down to the bones of something, where every word counts. She's a longtime student of Terry Eretz and traveled with her to West Ireland to study Yeats' words and visit the places he lived and worked. Marylu is well known in Sonoma County as a mixed media painter and writer. We launched her book, Tales from the West Pole, here at OCA to a standing room only crowd. Her work has been published in several anthologies. For this evening's event, Marylu will read poems from her new collection, In Poet's Shoes.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for coming to our variety show to support the Occidental Center for the Arts, one of my favorite organizations. Tonight I'll be reading 2 poems for you. I'm very honored to be one of the poets this evening. The first piece is called Landscapes. In the ever-changing landscape, today rain pours down, yesterday a heat wave, sheep huddle, cows head for the barn, people hang up their masks. Vivid greens dominate fields just starting to turn golden in California. Cut hay already bundled into even rows of rolled grain. I make oatmeal cookies indoors, the oven melting mini chocolate chips just so. The cookies like small round stones, the kind with certain smooth edges I liked to throw into ponds when I was a young girl, or even last year when I got a chance to skip one, creating small ripples that move out into the water, like a fish jumping for mosquitoes, like a frog jumping off the lily pad in a Monet painting. We wait for the word that it's okay to touch, to gather at a picnic, like Renoir's boating party did when he wanted to paint them. I make more cookies as we wait again to see if we can sing gospel songs just as loud as we want. Little Richard just died. His music, the landscape of songs I danced to, like crazy to Good Golly Miss Molly, with the boy who became my first love, my boy groom, when I was young, still believed in dreams coming true and truth coming out, and dancing in the living room and whirling a baby around to a favorite tune, laughing. Before the landscape changed to blue, Coltrane, Thelonious Monk, Miles Davis, too, took 5. Made me slow down and snap my fingers as hard as I could, waiting for a cocktail or a smoke, waiting for myself to transform, to see what I still needed to feel whole again, to see what colors could tell me before I stepped out the door, with long golden hair streaming out behind me, like the goddess Daphne before she was turned into a tree, roots, permanent feet in the riverbank. Okay, you must know I'm an artist from that one. Okay, this is an homage to a friend who died. I think some of you may have known her. She was a longtime member of the Occidental Choir. And it's a riff on Botticelli, who painted the birth of Venus, of that woman, beautiful Venus in a seashell. So this is called The Ascension of Venus. Her laugh sets off fires in every room she enters. She carries a blue corduroy bag filled with desires, secrets, bones, the coming of winter. Chubby babies trail behind her, roses tightly clenched in their fists. Ribbons hold them together. One young woman on the beach whispers something in Spanish, sueño con los angelitos. Suddenly, with a hearty laugh, she lifts her arms and sings and rises until crying gulls rise up too, in unison from salty waters. They carry her, bag and all, to the sky, her hair like waves on a rocky coast falling down her back as she flies. The last we see are her small brown toes. Botticelli stops painting and looks up to see a blue bag slowly descend into amniotic waters. He turns his back and continues to work on Venus in her seashell, hair like waves on the rocky coast. We stay, sit on the shore, until sunset drives us back home to make fires, from bones, from memories, from laughter, from sunshine. And that's for Patagopian. All right, thanks a lot, and good night.
Wow, what a great list of performers we have this evening. I'm Carol Swanson, and I am a member of Occidental Center for the Arts and an exhibiting artist, as well as a docent volunteer in our gallery. Tonight, I am introducing one of my favorite performers, Benjamin Mertz. He is more than a performer. He is also a storyteller, a human rights and racial justice activist as well. His music connects us with each other and all that we have in common. I hope you enjoy his performance.
My name is Benjamin Mertz. Glad to be back for Arts in Our Hearts through the Occidental Center of the Arts. And at this time, I want to do a piece by the great and the recently late Mr. Bill Withers. When I wake up in the morning, love, and the stars are in my eyes, something without a warning, love, bears heavy on my mind. And then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. Oh, just wanna look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. When the day that lies ahead of me seems just impossible to face, the other one instead of me seems to always know the way. Then I look at you, and the world's alright somehow. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. To face someone else instead of me, always seems to know how the ways end. Then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be alright. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. Just want to look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. Blessings, love, and light to all of you. Till next time.
We in the West County are fortunate indeed to have world-class jazz guitarists like Christian Foley Beining in our midst. A native of Germany, Christian has taught and played guitar with the likes of Joe Pass, Pat Metheny, Larry Carlton, to name a few. He makes his home and runs a business with his family in Healdsburg. And he is a very active and gifted composer and guitarist who most recently appeared on our stage in collaboration with Paul McCandless. Enjoy.
Hi, my name is Christian Foley Beining, and I hope you're relaxed at home and healthy. The Occidental Center for the Arts invited me to contribute one song to this virtual concert, and I'm really pleased to do that. The Occidental Center for the Arts is a great place for live performance. I played there with Paul McCandless and my band, and with Samba Noma, another trio, and they're always treating us really nicely, and the audience is great. So we hope they can continue with that, and if you want to make a donation, it can help them out to stay in business for the future. I'm going to play a song I wrote when our second son Miles was born, and it's called Infant Joy. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it and see you at the next concert. Take care.
Hello, I'm Judith Reimuller and a volunteer for the Occidental Center for the Arts. Thank you for your support and many donations. We really appreciate it. As a lover of theater and a director of plays, I helped to establish Readers Theater at OCA. Readers Theater is a group that gets together and reads plays for the love of it. We meet twice a month. Once we do a scripted piece, and 2 weeks later, it is Reader's Choice, where we each bring a piece of literature, theater, poetry, essay, story, and share it. Lots of people bring their own writing to share, and it is a wonderful experience. Tonight, members of our group are going to do 2 selections. The first one is by Joan Ambrosini. She is going to portray Joanne doing her signature piece, The Ladies Who Lunch, from Company by Stephen Sondheim. Please welcome Joan as Joanne.
I'd like to propose a toast. Here's to the ladies who lunch. Everybody laugh. Lounging in their caftans and planning a brunch on their own behalf. Then off to the gym, then to a fitting, claiming they're fat. And looking grim because they've been sitting choosing a hat. Does anybody still wear a hat? I'll drink to that. And here's to the girls who play smart. Aren't they a gas? Rushing to their classes in optical art, wishing it would pass. Another long, exhausting day, another $1,000, a matinee, a Pinter play, perhaps a piece of Mahler's. I'll drink to that. And one for Mahler. And here's to the girls who play wife. Aren't they too much? Playing house, but clutching a copy of Life just to keep in touch. The ones who follow the rules and meet themselves at the schools. Too busy to know that they're fools. Aren't they a gem? I'll drink to them. Let's all drink to them. And here's to the girls who just watch. Aren't they the best? When they get depressed, it's a bottle of scotch, plus a little jest. Another chance to disapprove, another brilliant zinger, another reason not to move, another vodka stinger. I'll drink to that. So here's to the girls on the go. Everybody tries. Just look into their eyes and you'll see what they know. Everybody dies. A toast to that invincible bunch. The dinosaurs surviving the crunch. So let's hear it for the girls who lunch. Everybody rise. Rise, 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 rise. Why not? Rise, rise, rise.
I'm Diane, a volunteer at OCA and a member of the board of directors. As a volunteer at the ticket table, I'm fortunate to enjoy many wonderful performances. And when vocalist Mimi Pirard sang here with the band Solo Mosette, she brought a little bit of Paris with her. Mimi Pirard was born in Egypt to a French father and American mother, grew up in Paris, and began her singing career at age 13. At age 17, she moved to California, where with her brother Gabe, she formed the band Gin, which earned the North Bay Music Awards for Best World Music Band. Tonight, Mimi accompanies herself on guitar, exploring timeless French classics. Even without knowing French, you will be moved by her performance.
Hi, this is Mimi from Sonomusette, and this is
Camille.
Welcome to the Occidental Center for the Arts virtual show. We sure miss playing for you guys, but I am also happy to be able to share a little music with you this way. We also hope to have a place to play when we return, so if at all possible, please help support the Occidental Center for the Arts, and hope to do this again in person sometime soon. The Center for the Arts is a special place to us. It is where we did our very first Sonomusette concert. So I am going to sing and attempt to play Ima l'amour by Edith Piaf, Hymn to Love, which we all could use a little more of right now. Here we go.
Le ciel bleu sur nous peut s'effondrer et la terre peut bien s'écrouler. Peu m'importe si tu m'aimes, je m'en fous du monde entier. Tant que l'amour inondera mes matins, tant que mon corps frémira sous tes mains, peu m'importe les problèmes, mon amour, puisque tu j'irai jusqu'au bout du monde, je me ferai teindre en blonde si tu me le demandais. J'irai décrocher la lune, j'irai voler la fortune si tu me le demandais. Je renierai ma patrie, je renierai mes amis si tu me le demandais. On peut bien rire de moi, je ferai n'importe quoi si tu me le demandais. Si un jour la vie t'arrache à moi, si tu meurs, que tu sois loin de moi, peu m'importe si tu m'aimes, car moi je mourrai aussi. Nous aurons toute l'éternité dans le bleu de toute l'immensité, dans le ciel plus problème, mon amour, crois-tu qu'on sait?
Hi, Hi, I'm Sonia Tudury. I'm a musician and piano teacher, and I serve on the board of Occidental Center for the Arts. I'm also director of Redwood Arts Council. We are all looking forward to many more years of excellent musicians from far and near performing at our beautiful venue. Today, it's my pleasure to introduce Phil Lawrence, a long-term friend and colleague. Phil is a mandolin player, composer, and teacher from Sebastopol. He plays with many bands all over Sonoma County and the Bay Area. And here's Phil.
Hey, I'm going to do a song I call Turkeys, Turkeys, Turkeys. I wrote it myself, and I happen to have a picture here of a turkey that I drew to illustrate the title of the song. Here you go. There you go. Turkeys, Turkeys, Turkeys. It's a work of art. My background band's going to take it away. Take it away, boys. Ready? A one, a two, a one. There you go. Turkeys, turkeys, turkeys.
Our next performers are exquisitely talented musicians, and when they're not sheltering in place, they stay pretty busy in the Sonoma County music scene. Kevin Russell has performed on our stage many times, and he plays in several local bands, including the Rhythm Rangers, Twang Ditty, Laughing Gravy, and Kevin Russell's Dangerous Friends. He's here tonight with his partner, Candy Girard, a gifted violinist and vocalist who's played with superstars like Tanya Tucker, Jerry Garcia, and Clint Black, and has performed everywhere from the Jimmy Kimmel TV show to Disneyland. I'm very pleased to welcome back to our virtual stage Kevin Russell and Candy Girard.
Hi everybody, I'm Kevin Russell. This is Candy Girard.
Hello.
And we're here to play a song for you to support the Occidental Center for the Arts. We hope you'll support the Occidental Center for the Arts. Arts programs are important, in fact essential, for the health of our community. And I'd like to ask you, if you are so inclined to make a donation, please do so. Help these guys out so they can keep on putting on great shows like this one. Also want to say in these sheltering in place times how important it is to remain safe. And of course the ways to do that nowadays, social distancing,
Wear a mask.
Wear a mask. Wash your hands. Wash your hands, will you? And don't touch your face. You know, in fact, don't touch anybody's face. So we want to also make sure that we send out a big thank you to all the first responders, to our really stellar leadership here in Sonoma County, and all the people that are doing, you know, the tough frontline jobs, grocery store clerks, stockers, not like stalkers, but you know, like, I mean, people that put stuff on the shelf at the grocery store, and you know, the letter carriers and people like that. And now I'm going to be quiet and we're going to play a song. Stay safe, everybody.
Petaluma poet Donna Emerson has held many of her book launches here at OCA. She's often accompanied by her son, Jared Emerson Johnson, who plays violin and fiddle to complement Donna's poetry. Jared plays first violin in the North Bay Sinfonietta and all stringed instruments in his jug band, the Rivertown Skifflers. Donna's sixth book of poetry, Beside the Well, will be featured later this year at OCA.
Good evening. I'm Donna Emerson, and I'm happy to be here with you tonight. I first of all want to extend my condolences and greetings to those who have been especially hit hard by the coronavirus, whether through illness or death, and to those still working through what happened last week in Minneapolis with the death of George Floyd. I'm going to read a poem that came to me in recent days after sitting with the pandemic for 3 months. Unable to write, really, for 2 months because most of us were so unhappy and unhinged. So here we are. I'm now going to read my first poem, which is called L'Île Joyeuse, after Claude Debussy. The herd of sheep arrive in trucks to the hills around our house, eating tall grasses to prevent fire. The newborns baa after their mothers. The ewes baa back, an octave below the lambs. We are busy sheltering in place. No schedules, no outings, except to walk. Only cleaning, reading, Zooming, small trips to the grocery store, where we no longer recognize one another, masked, gloved, 6 feet apart. My daughter and I watch old movies with low ratings on television. We make jokes, happy to laugh for the first time in a month. And I walk into our yard to greet Mr. Lincoln, Ingrid Bergman, Peter Mayle, Cecile Brunner, Old Lilacs, and Martha Washington. Each greets me grandly, shows first best flowers, pungent smells, tall stalks, healthy in this time of affliction.
Kwapi kwapi kuzwang leng tom yami Izon le kambi shungi antanda Kwapi kwapi kuzwang leng tom yami Izon le kambi shungi antanda Neza motenge la mabanzi Izi wiji le banana Neza motenge la mabanzi Izi wiji le banana Motenge la mabanzi Easy wiji le banana Neza motenge la mabanzi Easy wiji le banana.
Greetings. I am so pleased to introduce these fabulous young singer-songwriter siblings from Oakland. Erica, Rachel, and Chloe are fast-rising indie folk stars who continue to captivate audiences everywhere with their soaring sibling harmonies and inventive arrangements with plenty of sister sass. We can't wait to have them back on our real stage soon. Please enjoy the Tea Sisters.
Hey, we're the Tea Sisters. We wanted to send this video out to the Occidental Center for the Arts. We know that venues are really struggling right now, and we've very much enjoyed playing there in the past, and we hope that we get to again when things are safe.
Here's a Joni Mitchell tune.
Rows and flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air and feather canyons everywhere. I rode the clouds that way. Now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on everyone. So many things I could have done. The clouds got in my way. I looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's clouds illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizzy dancing way you feel as every fairy tale comes real. I'm ahead of the day, but now it's just another show. You leave them laughing when you go, and if you care, don't let them know. Don't give yourself away. I looked at love from both sides now, from give and take, and still somehow it's love's illusions I recall. I really don't know love at all. Tears and fears and feeling proud to say I love you right out loud. Dreams and schemes and circus crowds. I lived a life that way. Now old friends are acting strange. They shake their heads, they say I've changed. Well, something's lost and something's gained in every day. I looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. I really don't know life at all. Best of luck to you, OCA.
Hi, I'm Patrick Fanning, member of the board of the Occidental Center for the Arts, and a proud volunteer. I've put in a lot of hours with a lot of our members here in this new space, this new lobby that we've been building over the last 4 years. I hope to show it to you in person someday soon when you come to see a show here. In the meantime, I'd like to introduce some wonderful members of the Arts Center, strong volunteers, Darcy and Oak Reinier. I'm sure that you will enjoy their music.
Hello everybody, my name is Darcy Reinier and this is my husband Oak Reinier. We feel so blessed to have such a wonderful venue like OCA right here in West Sonoma County that features world-class and local talent. So if you have the ability, please consider making a donation to help keep OCA going. We'd also like to express our gratitude to healthcare and essential workers for helping us through this. And we really look forward to the day when we can gather again for some live music, visit the art gallery, and attend classes at OCA.
Yes, Darcy. So for the past few months, if we didn't have essential work to do, we've mostly been sheltering at home and mostly with partners or roommates, learning again what it's like to live so very close together. And thinking it relevant, we've decided to sing a song that a Valentine's love song that I wrote for Darcy called Toe to Toe. It's our romance, how sweet it be, every day with you. It's like a dance to the happy beat of my heart for you. Honey bun, we have such fun, dancing twos and fro's, and hardly ever stepping on each other's toes.
Ooh. Oh, that's okay. Through the weather, how sweet it be, every day with you. Us together, baking cookies with cups and bowls and spoons. Honey bun, we have such fun, stirring cookie doughs. Hardly ever stepping on each other's toes. Sometimes we don't get it right the way it is supposed to go, but we deal with that oversight, standing toe to toe. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay, I'll forgive you. And when we go to bed at night, she takes her shoes off on the left and I take mine off on the right. And she is such a lovely sight, snuggle-footed in our nest, and I slide in to hold her tight. And honey bun, we have such fun, curled in our bedly clothes, glad the day is finally done and we still have our toes. Yep. Thank you.
Our next performers call their musical style Indie Nova, fusing together musical influences from different cultures and continents. Incorporating musical styles ranging from Brazilian bossa nova to world beat, lounge, and electronica, their music has been featured in several television and film projects, including the Golden Globe Award-winning film Lady Bird. Monica and Chad have been charming audiences of all ages with their unique sound, and we were thrilled to host them at OCA last year. Joining us now from the Napa Valley, here are Monica da Silva and Chad Alger.
Hi everybody, I'm Monica da Silva and this is Chad Alger. Welcome to our home studio. The song we're going to play for you guys is called Sempre Aqui.
Mesmo que o tempo passe, a vida me leve para longe, sempre estaremos juntos, sozinhos assim. Mesmo que o mundo acabe e o vento me leve para longe, longe de ti. Sempre aqui contigo, sempre aqui contigo, sempre aqui contigo, sempre assim, com teu jeito perfeito. Love will come and love will go, but for us we'll always know we'll have this moment. Love may fade and things may change, but for us we'll always stay right here. Sempre aqui contigo, sempre aqui contigo, sempre aqui contigo, sempre assim, com teu jeito perfeito. Já demais, já me bem, já demais, não vai.
Thanks so much for listening, you guys. We'd love to keep in touch. You can check out our website. It's monicadasilva.com. Thanks so much.
Our next poet is Jodi Hottel. Her first chapbook, Heart Mountain, which we launched here at OCA, was winner of the 2012 Blue Light Press Poetry Prize. She's been published in many anthologies, and her work's been nominated for a Pushcart Prize. Her most recent chapbook is Out of the Ashes, poems written about her experience during and after the Tubbs fire.
Hello everyone, my name is Jodi Hottel. I live in Santa Rosa, and I would like to thank the Occidental Center for the Arts for hosting this talent show, variety show, and for all the work they have done providing arts to West County all these years, but especially now during this pandemic when we greatly need it. I hope you will support them as well as you can in whatever way you can. I'm going to read one poem written during this time. It's titled Tick, Tick. Well, I'm eating my yogurt and blueberries, mulling over a poem, and the shades of my blinds are turned against the bright sun and distraction of neighbors walking their dogs repeatedly because they're all sheltering at home. There's a line from a song that goes, "It's the end of the world as we know it," that's been playing on the jukebox in my brain lately. And that's what it feels like these days. And now my elderly dog is scratching at the door I've shut against her to avoid interruptions. She's not doing all that well, her hind legs getting weak, her brassy spirit vanished along with her hearing. I should never have read that book about the climate crisis. I wanted to think that the cascades of chaos would be farther off in the future, but it feels like it's begun now with this virus. An avalanche of catastrophes burying us in deep, deep snows. Though there are the crested jays constructing a raggedy, twiggy nest on top of the motion light over our patio. And of course, The sky sparkles. The Matilda poppies I passed on my walk this morning are spreading their white crepe paper petals to display sunny centers that remind me of the ubiquitous image of the coronavirus on the news hour every night. I'm on Zoom and mute the sound because I can hear the tick of a clock, or at least I think I hear the tick of a clock. It feels like the tick of the virus time bomb ready to blow. It feels like the virus has invaded my brain, and the inability to write or think about anything else is my only symptom. Thank you, and please stay safe and healthy.
Now, once again, Barbara Higbie with a little fiddling.
Barbara Higbie again. I'm just going to do one quick fiddle tune for you. This is one of mine called Tip the Canoe. Hope you have a fantastic gala, and thanks again for supporting the Occidental Center for the Arts.
Hi, my name is Jess Morrell. I'm an OCA volunteer and exhibitor. I was a new artist a few years ago looking for somewhere to show, and I was warmly welcomed at Occidental Center for the Arts, which introduced me to volunteering. And over the last few years, I've seen some amazing music and had some really wonderful experiences there. And I'm so happy to be included, and I would like to introduce to you 3 members of the local Americana group Heartwood Crossing, who are presenting as Heartwood Crossing Trio. Enjoy!
Okay, hello.
Greetings.
We are Heartwood Crossing Trio, coming to you from a living room in Healdsburg, since we're all sheltering in place and staying safe. And this song goes out to all of the volunteers and supporters of the Occidental Community Center. We hope to be back soon and have us all playing live music again. So here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
me, and he caught me in the fog. He said, I'll fix your rack if you'll take Jack, my dog. I said, hey, wait a minute, Chester, you know I'm a peaceful man. He said, that's okay, boy, just free him when you can. Take a load off Annie, take a load for free. Take a load off Annie, put the weight right on me. Catch a cannonball, now take me down the line. My bag is sinking low, and I do believe it's time to get back to Miss Sandy. You know she's the only one who sent me here with her regards for everyone. Take a load off Annie, take a load for free. Take a load off Annie, and you put the weight right on me. Right on me.
All right, stay safe out there.
Take care.
Be good.
Hello again. I'm Judith from Reader's Theater at Occidental Center for the Arts. Though we occasionally do staged readings like this evening, we primarily read for the love and enjoyment of good theater. Plays are meant to be brought to life. Some playwrights even write plays specifically for reading. Think of Love Letters by A.R. Gurney or Under Milk Wood by Dylan Thomas. We have been on hiatus during the shelter in place, but watch OCA website for our return, hopefully by the end of the summer. Our final selection this evening is a scene from Molière's Tartuffe, where Doreen, the saucy and powerful maid, gives the hypocrite Tartuffe his comeuppance. Please enjoy and welcome Andrea Van Dyke and Steve Fowler in Tartuffe.
We love Reader's Theater. Tartuffe, or The Hypocrite, was written by Molière in 1664. Here's an exchange between Tartuffe and his servant, Doreen.
Hang up my hair shirt and put my scourge in its place, and pray, Laurent, for heaven's perpetual grace. I am going now to the prison to share my few last coins with the poor wretches there.
Dear God, what affectation! What a fake!
You wish to see me?
Yes.
For mercy's sake, please take this handkerchief before you speak.
What?
That bosom, girl, cover that bosom. The flesh is weak, and unclean thoughts are difficult to control. Such a sight as that can undermine the soul.
Your soul, it seems, has very poor defenses. And flesh makes quite an impact on your senses. It's strange that you're so easily excited. My own desires are not so soon ignited, and if I saw you naked as a beast, not all your hide would tempt me in the least.
Girl, speak more modestly. Unless you do, I shall be forced to take my leave of you.
Oh, no, it is I who must be on my way. I've one little message to convey. Madame is coming down and begs you, sir, to stay and have a word or two with her.
Oh, gladly.
That had a softening effect. I think my guess about him was correct.
Will she be long?
Oh, no, that's her step, I hear. Ah, there she is. And I shall disappear.
Ah.
The end.
I'm thrilled to be introducing one of my favorite classical musicians, Amit Peled. Amit is a world-renowned cellist, conductor, and pedagogue based at the Peabody Institute at Johns Hopkins University. He has been performing regularly in Occidental since he started in the 80s at Kit Neustadter's Redwood Arts Council Chamber Music Series. Amit plays on a cello that belonged to Pablo Casals, and today he will be performing a solo version of The Swan by French composer Saint-Saëns. And now, Amit Peled.
Welcome again to poet Donna Emerson and Jared Emerson Johnson on violin.
I'm going to read my second poem now, which is from my new book, Beside the Well. It's a poem I wrote after 4 years of drought, the day it started raining. I read it because, like now, there was a good ending after a long wait, and I think we're all waiting for that. First rain. As I hurtle north, sudden rain pelts my car windows, a cascade of pearls. I leave the wipers off, my breath deepens, my speed slows. When I can't see the road anymore, I pull to the side, next to the field above Novato, in Godmother's pumpkin patch. I take off layers of clothes to feel the rain, slip out of the car, watch it land on dry shoulders, creped arms. Cool rills bathe me, new smells of fresher air, sage, dripping water I can feel after 4 years of drought. Wet soaking deep into thirsty skin, water puddling above my collarbone. Sheets of water gathering until rivulets form, running down thighs to my feet. The surprise of this rain makes its own music on hard surfaces around me. Rocks, posts, snare drums played with brushes. On the bending grasses, the upper strings of a harp. Ravel crosses his left hand over his right before the glissando in judo. Glittering rain. Dust rising from the cracked ground, the dirt smelling almost like earth again. Lighter than before, silvery, salvaged, surfeited. I sit down against a fence post, shaking water from my hair, touching drops in my ears, eyes, dry mouth open, to rainwater's christening.
Hello, this is Kathleen Hardy. I'm a member and a volunteer at Occidental Center for the Arts. I love that I can go to Occidental Center for the Arts and discover new bands, as well as see some of my longtime favorites. That would include this next act, Steve Gillette and Cindy Mangsen, who've been coming to Occidental Center for the Arts for the past 7 years, ever since they learned about it from Steve's sister Darcy. So, here they are, Steve Gillette and Cindy Mangsen.
Hello, Occidental Center for the Arts. We're so glad to be able to be with you from our little home studio in North Bennington, Vermont. We hope you're all doing well, comfortably sequestered. I hope you have beautiful days out there. We miss you.
Our very last concert was at OCA in early March, and then we scuttled on back home to Vermont, and it was a nice place to have our last concert. What can I say?
Great night.
And we're very honored to be part of your celebration, and we hope to see you next year. Yeah. Here's a song by our friend Doug Johnson, who lives in Twain Harte, California.
Ashes in the atmosphere, you can feel the tension and the fear. Grandma's chickens are acting queer, here we go again. Could be a branch on a high wire catches, careless kids playing with matches, dry grass where the lightning flashes, here we go again. There's a devil in the Santa Ana wind, from the mountain of the sleeping Indian. Grandma calls for kicking goat, she comes on the run, she carries her coat upon the limbs of a creosote, and here we go again. We all piled into a pickup bed with a rolled up rug and the Rhode Island Reds, adrenaline drumming, and someone says, here we go again. There's a devil in the Santa Ana wind, from the mountain of the sleeping Indian. Great ghost is galloping across the nation of the Kumeyaay, riding on a crimson stallion through a smoky obsidian sky. From Witch Creek to Borrego, he's blotting out the sun. In Hellhole Canyon, the bighorn sheep don't know which way to run. They don't know which way to run. Safe in the desert round Yaqui Wells, an old woman fans an abalone shell, smudging sage and a prayer might heal. Here we go again. Far to the west, conjured clouds bring the rain in sheets and shrouds. And kicking goat, she laughs out loud. Here we go again. There's a devil in the Santa Ana wind, from the mountain of the sleeping Indian.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Have a great night.
Stay well.
See you soon.
Well, we've come to the end of our show, and I hope that you've enjoyed this musical and poetic journey. It has been a great honor to bring these performers together in this special way. We look forward to seeing them on our stage again, and we look forward to seeing you in the audience. And now for our grand finale, I'm happy to present the beautiful, talented, witty, and clever Miss Teresa Tudury.
Hello, my darlings. It is I, Teresa Tudury. Perhaps you've heard of me. At any rate, thank you for inviting me back. This is the Occidental Center for the Arts virtual concert, which I'm really pleased to be invited and to do again to raise money for our beautiful Occidental Center for the Arts. I'm singing to you from Las Cruces, New Mexico. And we had our first summer monsoon, which big downpouring of rain. It's so fantastic. You can smell the creosote. I had no idea how much I missed moisture. Ooh, it's nice. So at any rate, I'm here with you. See my do-rag? It's because I've been very compulsively cutting my own hair and now have arrived at my signature look, which is raised in the wilderness by poodles. And of course, the silver is now coming through. And so there will be an unveiling at some point. There will be an unveiling and I will be officially elderly. Elderly silver threads. So at any rate, it's all good. I'm just glad to be alive in these particularly interesting, devastating, and terrifying times, which also, conversely, have so much tinge of hope and goodness involved. We always see it's the binary polarities of the horror and the beauty existing side by side. So here we go. And also I'm very heartened, and I hope you are too, by the wonderful outpouring of American culture into the streets. All different races and colors and religions and sexual orientations all marching for the constitutional rights that are guaranteed us but have been denied so many. And you cannot deny anybody in our culture their rights and expect for your rights to be respected too. Eventually they will be crumbled and taken from you. So we fight for each other and for everybody. I'm very proud of those people in the streets. So thank you for that. Okay, so this, and we'll be a better country. I think we'll be a better country on the other side of this. Or else I'll get pissed off. So this song is called Oh You Poor Delusional Man. It requires some acting on my part because it's about an obsessive person. And whether you've been obsessed over or obsessed, this woman's mindset is a little challenging. So anyway, and it's a sing-along, so you sing, oh, you poor delusional man, you poor delusional man. You'll hear it when it comes up on the song. Okay, let's hope we can get through this in one piece. Let's see if I remember it. It's very clear to everyone here that you are obsessed with me. And so it seems I've invaded your dreams and you cannot get free. Oh, when I drive by your house every day to make sure that you're not spying, he's at work, fuck off. I hear your neighbors say, but I'm convinced that he is lying. Oh, you poor delusional man, you poor delusional man. And when I see you out on the town with that floozy you pretend to be enjoying, that's just a ruse you use to spin the truth around. God, you are so annoying. Oh, when I climb your fence while you're entertaining friends with my digital recorder, it's 'cause I'm stealthily gathering evidence for when I obtain a restraining order. Oh, you poor delusional man, you poor delusional man. I guess you did not count on the fact that I am so much smarter than you and can read your filthy naughty little mind and all the debauched things you long to do, like maybe dress me in a frilly little frock with some boots and a bustier. I'll have to fit every door in the house with double locks if you insist on persisting this way. Oh, you poor delusional man, you poor delusional man. After I've gone through your garbage cans and collected all the facts to be presented, you can be sure that anyone with half a brain will conclude that one of us is demented. And so I beg you, please to get on with your life. Try to leave me in the past, and I'll be checking to make sure that you don't get rid of me that fast. Oh, you poor delusional man, you poor delusional man. And now it's clear to everyone here that you are obsessed with me. You are obsessed with me. You are obsessed. You poor, poor, delusional man with me. With me, with me. Aren't you? Okay. Thank you. That's over. Thank you so much. I love you. I hope we'll see each other again soon, when we can make music together, embrace, and not be so afraid anymore of anything. God bless you. I love you. Thanks.